Hi, it's Elaine from Penguin Place Crafts doing take 2 of this video because somebody forgot to check to make sure the sound was on. Okay, I want to show you a couple of finished projects first. First was one from my August goals. One of the goals was to make an item from the Spotlight Designer this month for Amigurumi Wars. And I was looking through the website, looking at the patterns from this designer. I saw a penguin. Now this is supposed to be a mini penguin because she made it with skinny little yarn and a skinny little hook, and I use worsted weight yarn and a regular size hook. So paper is 8.5 on that way. Yeah, it's probably about 9 inches tall. So not really a mini penguin, but I love it. It's cute. It's a penguin. The only thing is, this hat took 44 rows, about 1 minute and 15 seconds per row. It just was so boring. It took forever because I would do like 2 or 3 rows and get bored and go on to something else and then come back and do 2 or 3 rows. So it took me forever to make the hat. I did do the eyes differently. She has sleepy eyes on her pattern, but I couldn't get them to look nice, and the little whoop 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 that I learned from Yarn Society is my favorite way of doing embroidered eyes, so I did them different. Then the other finished project, you may remember I said when I was visiting my daughter last Thursday, I had a little bit of a project in gray, and I asked my granddaughter what it was, and she figured out it was an elephant. Her elephant is done. Now, how the ears are little hearts. This is made with the Just Chenille yarn from which used to be available at Dollar Tree. I got the whole thing done with 1 skein with just a little bit left over. I did make one little change. I put 2 rounds for the feet. She had just 1 round, and I wanted to stick out a little bit more, so I did 2 rounds for the feet. So there is Lyra's elephant with the pretty little ears. The ears are a Yarn Bee Italia, a discontinued yarn. I've probably had it in my stock for about 10 years. I'll have to check Ravelry and find out. I saw it on Facebook Marketplace. Someone local was saying that she had 20 skeins of this yarn for 20 bucks. And I think there were like 23, 24 skeins. I'm still finishing it off. I met her in the grocery store parking lot and handed her my 20. She hands me the box. It's like, if somebody saw this, they're going to think there's a drug deal going down in the parking lot. Then, yesterday. My original plan for yesterday was to just go to the bank, grocery shopping, and home. But then I saw this video from Lisa over at Happy to Hook about how she was making little monsters with glow-in-the-dark yarn, and she couldn't keep up with the demand at her craft show. People were just buying these glow-in-the-dark monsters. So I went online to Joann's and was looking at their yarn and saw it was on sale this week. Then I remembered something that Lisa had said in her video about if you did a pickup order, you could get 25% off. Okay, so I got all this yarn together, like 5 skeins, and I did a pickup order at Joann's, and I got 5 skeins of yarn. And here they're sitting in my light box. They sat in the light box with the lights on for about 5 minutes, and then I turned the lights off. Cool, huh? So, gonna be working on that. Well, I did go into the store to pick up. I didn't have them bring it out to me out of the curb. So when I was in the store, I used some coupons. Oops, giving you a sneak preview of what's coming later. I got some scrubby yarn in nice yellow. I use this to make egg scrubbies that I send as a thank you gift with orders that come in. Where's the other? I used a 40% off coupon to get some packing tape because once the fall orders kick in, I'm going to need a lot of packing tape. And I got some beads. I want to play around with making a fidget octopus. So I needed some beads. The funny thing was, before I left, knowing I was going to Joann's, I got my little flyer from the table, and there was only one coupon, unexpired. Oops, that's the wrong one. This is it. There was only one coupon left, unexpired, on the back that I could use. So I said to myself, you know what? Probably as soon as I get home and get the mail, there's going to be a new Joann's flyer. Yep. So, okay. After that, I still needed to get to the bank. So I was thinking, okay, there's two banks that are sort of on the way home. If I go this way, I could go through town and go to that bank, and then I could cruise down Main Street, and there's supposed to be a new bakery on Main Street that has gluten-free stuff. Ooh, maybe I could get some sort of nope. I had a little bit of a gain on Thursday's weigh-in. I need to behave myself this week and have a good weigh-in. No visiting a gluten-free bakery for goodies. So if I go this way, then there's a Goodwill in that plaza. So I went into the Goodwill. I got a Karen 1-pounder in dark brown for $3.99. Okay, it's about less than half the price that it is in the store. And then the other thing I got there was a big bag of fiberfill. I am working down a 10-pound box of fiberfill, but I'll use it. It's good price. I'll use it. So I only have one more thing left on my August goals, and that is this cockatiel by Mevv San design, amigurumi cockatiel. Now I have made this once before, and I think it's sold at my very next craft show. So that's the kind of stuff I want to be working on now, stuff that I've already made and it sold quickly. So I'm going to make this up, and then I'm going to switch into gear for September, making bigger items that have always sold well for me. Like, well, axolotls aren't big, but they've always sold well. Axolotls, dogs, like my Soxy Doxy pattern, my Beagle pattern, the Queen's dog. Okay, the kind of dog the Queen has that I can never pronounce correctly. Okay, you'll figure it out. And the dinosaur starts with A, Ankylosaurus. Oh, I think I need some coffee this morning. Problem is my coffee is decaf. It's not going to wake me up like that. So just focus on stuff that has consistently sold well for me in the past. Corgi, that's the kind of dog the Queen has. So I'm toying with the idea of signing up for a few more shows. I have found a few more that fit into my schedule. So once the end of September hits, I know I have September 30th and then the first 2 weekends of October, I have something. And then I have 2 lined up for November. So I'm hoping to get another 1 or 2 in October and maybe another one in November. December can be dicey around here. I mean, December in the Buffalo area, you don't know if you're going to get a snowstorm. So I want to stay local. There are a couple down by my daughter's house, but like I said, December in Buffalo, I don't know if I want to get on the thruway and take a 3.5-hour drive. So we'll see. We'll see. I sent out some emails asking if there were still spaces available. Still waiting to hear from those. So there's always the mall. The McKinley Mall, which is 25 half-hour drive. They have indoor farmers markets every weekend, almost every weekend. And you just pay one fee and you get to go in and set up. And I did pretty well at that when I did it in April. So I think that doing it in November or December would probably be a very good show. But the bad thing about that show was I was just physically exhausted after it because there was no help with loading and unloading, and it was just so far from where I parked my car. I had to like come in and go down this long hallway and down this hallway and down that hallway to get to where my table was. So it was just a lot of long trips with a fully loaded cart to get my table all set up. I suppose I could redo my setup so that it's less labor intensive. Like instead of taking all my crates, if I took less crates and had stuff in, I have these big blue vinyl bags, that might make it a little easier to tote in and out. So we'll see. I don't know. Maybe by then I'll have another 5 pounds off and I'll be able to handle the long distance walking better. We'll see. It's all up in the air. So I guess that's it. I'm rambling and I need to go pack my lunch and get off to work. And I will see you guys in a few days when I have the cockatiel done and probably some little glow-in-the-dark monsters, and maybe I'll even have a prototype for my fidget octopus done, and I'll have stuff to report in. So, bye-bye.